Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you the new Hot Toy Star Wars in 1/6 scale figure for the Putz Vizsla from the Mandalorian season 1, 2, 3 from Disney Plus. And when I saw this Mandalorian season, I really love this guy. You know, Heavy Mando is really stands out. I mean, he's just awesome. His armor is different and very unique. He has his massive, this awesome machine guns and also jetpack and everything. So I really wanted to get this guy, but at the time I wasn't sure to collect Star Wars, for the Hot Toys kind of thing. So mainly because they're so expensive, they cost like between £200 to £300 in the UK. If I have to import from the Hong Kongs and stuff, it still costs about £200. That's the cheapest one. So I thought, let's start with the Hasbro Black Series and see how I feel. And I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but they have so many figures with so many helmet and designs and so many Jedi and so many trooper. It's just crazy. I mean, if you're gonna spend the Star Wars proper collection, you can spend a lot of money on this. So I don't want to start there. So currently I'm having debate between whether I should get the Bad Batch as well. So the problem with the crosshair is so expensive. They cost like £400, which is ridiculous for a plastic figure without any die cast or LED lighter point. So that's the problem with the Star Wars, you see. So that's why I wasn't sure at the time. But eventually, the more I watched the Star Wars, all these movies again and Clone Wars and starting to fall in love with it again. So you know what? Let's screw this. Let's spend it. Probably about a couple of £1,000 on this one. So let's do it. So I have one share for the Clone War, one share for Mandalorian, and one share for the Rise of the Skywalker as well. So I have a little bit of all the Star Wars together. But obviously, I won't be able to afford to find the Cody or Yoda because they're so expensive at the moment. So speaking of price, this one I cost about £217 for UK sale on eBay, which is a reasonable price, I have to say. And you can get it from a toy buying agent as well for about 2,350 Hong Kong dollar with the free shipping, which is really good deal, I have to say. So do check out the toy buying agent. I am definitely recommending them because they're really good. Compared to all my experience with the pop collectible or the toy Wonderland, it just definitely no way. And KG Hobbies okay as well, but they're a little bit slow, but they don't always have all the figures. But the toy buying agents have more figures than KG Hobby. So at the moment, I think they are really reliable. So I don't have any concerns or any issue. But obviously, people might have different experience. I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about this Putz Vizsla. So you already have a Heavy Mando. So this is the second release. So basically Heavy Mando 2.0 in a way. And the only thing the difference is you're going to get this energy shield and this little dagger. And that's pretty much it really. Everything else is exactly identical. So if you already have the Heavy Mando in your collection, I don't think it's worth swapping this one, sell it and then get this one. I don't think it's worth it. So just leave it as it is because personally I don't think it's much new accessory in here, and everything looks exactly identical to me as well. So anyway, so let's look at the accessory that comes with it. So he got a pair of fists, right? So and the thing is he has one side is blue and another one is brown. So yeah, that is a really cool combination of color. And also he has a black hand as well. In the same way, you got blue and brown as well. So that's that. And he got only one side is like karate chop style kind of hand, and then the other side is sort of like gripping hand, and one trigger hand as well. So that trigger hand is on the figure already. And you also have this a tiny little blade, which is like this, which is okay. Don't get me wrong, it's okay though. You got this weird little symbols and stuff like that. But the only problem that I'm having is it kind of difficult to put it in this massive hand because it's obvious doesn't fit. So you have to put it in the right angle somehow, and then it will probably stay, hopefully. Yeah, so far it's okay. It's not dropping or anything like that. So if you put it in the right angle, so that is the only thing. So as you can see here, you got a jetpack with the fire effects, and this massive chain is also articulatable and it's actually kind of steady as well. And then you got this energy shield on only one side, which you can actually swap the piece here and then just put it in. So that's what it pretty much looks like, really. Articulation wise, gonna be a bit of a challenge because he is quite big and chunky, and also the loads of padding on his armor. So I wouldn't advise you to do crazy dynamic pose, but you can actually pose something that looks like this, you know, and it shouldn't be a problem. Obviously, you can do museum pose as well with the this weapon. Just put it on the side panel like this. So if I take a pose on here, so you see that little pack here on the figure. So if I bring it over a little bit closer, so you can just put this machine guns on this side basically. And there is no magnet here, so on the jetpack you have to physically plug it in, and then when you hear the click sound, it's obviously already inside. And underneath the body is all closed material, so you can actually leave it in a dynamic stand if you want to. Shouldn't be a problem. But then again, all this belt and stuff looks like a plastic, or is it platter? I'm not sure. So belt seems to be a platter, but these pouches are actually plastic, so I think that's what I think anyway. And at the front you can see quite a lot of pouches and stuff like that, which is very nice. They are not actually you cannot take them out. I think they can't all fix together, so that's the only thing. And you do have a little piece for the fire effect, so I think you can combine this piece with the I don't know, Mandalorian fire effects or Boba Fett fire effects. But the it might be a bit challenging because the pack seems to be quite tight here, so that might be a challenge. And this piece you can actually articulate, and this one you can't do anything about. This is the way it is. But the this handle can actually swivel. Okay, so and at the front is this machine guns is really cool. You can see all these see-through hole as well, and nicely painted on this like you know, the tip as well with a blue paint. And gun metal and some kind of like glossy paint here. The whole piece here is really shiny and glossy, and down here is obviously matte paint with the gun metal effects and stuff like that. So there are so many weathering on this guy. You can see all the, you know, damages everywhere, and it is crazy. And you can also put this little dagger around somewhere, either on the feet or on the other sides, I suppose. And you can actually slot it in somewhere because they're so tiny, you can actually fit it easily. And also it has a split cut boot design, so you don't have any problem. You can keep this hand, you know, feet completely flat on the ground without a stance. And all these stuff is an all nice material cloths here. And then you have this fire effects on the other side as well, so, or some kind of cannons. I forgot what this is actually do, but yeah, I think it's some kind of fires that, you know, shoot out from here, and you got pipes that goes in there as well. And this is his new accessory. Basically, is an energy shield, and it's not bad. It's nice and clear and translucent. You can actually see through there. And at the back is like, as I showed you already before, so you got this jetpack, and you got this some kind of like a strap as well for the machine guns to put it around, and this is very nice. Also the helmet looks very cool as well, so you know, you got all these pieces here and all the weatherings and all the battle damage and everything here. It looks quite nice and neat here. And obviously it is just double ball joint here. You can go up and down and so on and so forth. But in terms of articulation, as I mentioned it before, it's gonna be a lot of challenges, and you can pose for a few poses like this, but you kind of push too far on this one because everything's too tight, you know. So if you force it too much, I think it might break something. So I'm not gonna suggest, you know, forcing it too much. So yeah, but nevertheless, he is really cool. It's definitely a heavy Mando, you know. So I absolutely love this guy, although he has restricted articulations, but nevertheless he's really awesome. All right, so I'm just going to show you one last thing, which is his you know, stance, and not like a typical Star Wars stance. He has this like a nice, you know, holes around it, which is really nice, with the Pats Vizsla on it. So there we are. All right, so I hope that this video is helpful, and thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Cheers.